Hi, I'm Linda from City Side, and I wanted to just thank you all for being here and let you know that we're going to just hold off until about 10 after to start because we did have 60 people send in RSVPs, and we want to give everybody a few minutes to get here because most of you have never been here before. So we will be starting in about, what is it, five more minutes. Thank you. Hello again. I'm Reverend Linda Jackson from Cityside Spiritual Community, and I thank you for being here in the room and our people online. I meant to look. I'm curious to see how many people we have joining us online. So I use she, her pronouns, and as most of you know, I tell you that to avoid assumptions based on appearance. Part of our mission at Cityside is to create a space where everyone feels accepted and respected for who they are. So while we're together this evening, I also invite you to participate in whatever way feels right for you. It is our intention to provide space for exploration, with the only expectation being that you are respectful of others. So I just want to acknowledge a few things before we begin our sort of ritual. I want to acknowledge that this gallery space is the Fulton Street Collective. It is a community of artists and art lovers, and it serves as an incubator that allows art and music lovers to engage with artists and their work and to be part of an artistic performance community. They have events here and they change out the art regularly. And this is where Cityside meets on Sundays. So we are here every Sunday morning at 10:30, and we also are available by live stream on Sundays. And we would love to have you join us for one of our celebration services. But I want to give a special thanks to Fulton Street for allowing us to use the space tonight, because it is beyond our usual agreement. So with gratitude to them for allowing this to happen. And Jamie DeGrazia is one of our beloved community members from Logan Parlor Salon and an organization called Hair Has No Gender. And Jamie was really instrumental in initiating this event, and we're sad that she's not able to attend due to illness. But I want to invite one of her colleagues, Claudia, from Twisted Scissors, to say a few words.
Hair Has No Gender is an educational resource for the stylist and barber community, and a resource for all folks seeking allied spaces offering professional hair care services all over the world. Partnered today, 3 local Hair Has No Gendered salons that serve the Chicago queer community with love and intention. They are the following: Twisted Scissors, Barbara and Barbara, and Logan Parlor. We come together in community during this time. We know it's heavy on the hearts of our staff, our clients, and our community. We are grateful for this time in the community together, thankful for Cityside Spiritual Center for their support and dedication to the queer community and hosting this time together. Hope for the Day is a not-for-profit empowering the conversation on proactive suicide prevention and mental health education, with an offspring coffee shop in Logan Square called Sip of Hope. Their baristas are mental health first aid trained, and 100% of the proceeds support suicide prevention and mental health education. They've brought cool bracelets and other resources, which are going to be out in the hall. They have materials specifically geared towards the LGBTQ+ community. We also want to mention, for anyone seeking support, we are fortunate to live in a city with many resources so that everyone can get the services they need. Shout out to Center on Halsted, the Night Ministry, and Howard Brown.
Thanks, Claudia. All right. So thank you to all of these partners and to all of the volunteers from Cityside who really came through for me in helping make this happen. And at Cityside, we offer a supportive community where you can explore your own spiritual path, and we honor all paths. And I am going to read our vision and mission statement, and it's on the little paper that's on your seat, just because I want to invite you into this space of what we are creating here. We envision a diverse and empowered community that is practicing unconditional love in action. Our mission is to create safe and inclusive spaces to explore and deepen our faith, grow in spiritual consciousness, and express our authentic nature. So we have a spiritual practitioner, Jonathan Hoffman. He's in Boston, and he is online supporting our guests who are online. And practitioner Denise Maple is holding vigil remotely in Whitewater, Wisconsin, and that means she is sitting in meditation, holding the space for us to have a deeper experience. And I want to let the folks online know that as part of this service tonight, we are going to be doing a candle lighting ritual. So you might want to grab a candle to have so that you can participate with us. And we've placed some photos of Nex on the altar, and we've invited people to place other items on the altar. So for you at home, if you'd like to create a sacred space of your own, I just wanted to give you that time to prepare for that. So does everyone in the room have a candle? If you don't have a candle, raise your hand and someone will bring you one. Look, in the back there, great, thank you. Our little candle passer-outers did a good job. So I'm going to begin with a reading from the Dalai Lama, and I know there can be a little controversy around him, so I apologize if that's a trigger for anyone. And I just invite us into what the quote is about. So first I invite you into centering, turning within if you're comfortable with that, whatever way that works for you. And as I read from the Dalai Lama. Interdependence is a fundamental law of nature. Not only higher forms of life, but also many of the smallest insects are social beings who, without any religion, law, or education, survive by mutual cooperation, based on an innate recognition of their interconnectedness. It is because our own human existence is so dependent on the help of others that our need for love lies at the very foundation of our existence. Therefore, we need a genuine sense of responsibility and a sincere concern for the welfare of others. So I'm just going to invite you to take this in. I'm going to speak an invocation, which is a sort of opening blessing. So whatever is comfortable for you, eyes closed, eyes open, it is up to you. As I turn my attention inward, I bring myself present, gathering my energy and my attention from all the places I've been, all the things that were necessary to lead up to this. And I feel myself fully here. I ground myself in my body, in this room. And as I open my heart and my mind, I recognize what I like to think of as my inner sanctuary. This space and place within me that is far greater than anything in my outer world. It is infinite, it is unlimited, it is unconditional love, it is freedom and harmony, and it is all there. It expresses through me and as me. It becomes more of itself as my life. And I know that this is true for everyone, every single being in this room, every single one hearing my voice, those online, those who listen in later. We are individual expressions of the divine, of the infinite, of that unlimited potential. So from that place, I just speak a word of affirmation over our evening. just affirming that each one here is deepening in their knowing of themselves as this love, as this possibility, as this freedom. That each one is opening to the idea of greater freedom of expression, greater love. That we are honoring the light of love within ourselves and within others. And that if there is a healing to be had, that we begin to access the resource within us that allows that healing to occur. And I speak a word of gratitude over all of the partnerships that came together here. Gratitude for all of the hearts and hands that made this space available and created this beautiful time for us to be together. I'm grateful for the good that occurs here tonight. And I bless it and I call it good. And you can join me by saying, and so it is. Thank you. So, Nex Benedict's life was meaningful and purposeful, leaving a lasting impression on the world. And I come here tonight hoping that we can experience some sort of healing within us that supports what we need to move forward in new ways, in healthy ways. And we are here to honor the memory of Nex and to stand in alliance with all who have been impacted by targeted violence. And we gather to reflect, to remember, and to really shine the light of love, to remember and reaffirm our commitment to inclusion, to remember our interconnectedness, to remember the right to freedom of expression for all. There can't be something good for one if it's not good for everyone. Nex Benedict, a 16-year-old non-binary student who tragically died after a bullying incident at their high school in Oklahoma on February 7th, 2024. We all know that schools should be a safe place for children, a safe place to learn. Not where they fear for their lives or for their rights. And this highlights the need for schools and communities to not only address bullying, but the need to actively promote acceptance, to promote inclusion of all identities. And that is why we are here. That is why I am here. To actively promote acceptance and inclusion of all identities. Now, this requires that I have to lean into something unfamiliar sometimes, right? I have to push past my constructs, my biases, my limited ideas, and I have to expand into something greater. What an amazing opportunity to expand into greater understanding and acceptance. And this calls for a collective effort to create spaces where everyone feels welcome and where belonging is inherent. And this is just popping up for me here, but if you have an experience tonight of not feeling welcome, and I say this wholeheartedly to every single one of you in this room, please come tell me. Please come tell me what we could do differently for you to feel welcome here. So while the loss of this young life, this beautiful being, Nex Benedict, is devastating and heartbreaking, I invite us to lift Nex Benedict today, to lift their remembrance, to shine the light of love on the need for community acceptance, and support. I want us to recognize and remember and really get our interdependence. To really remember that no one of us is alone. We can all feel alone. But this is what's necessary for healing and resilience. So by fostering communities that celebrate differences and remembering that we are interconnected, that we are woven together and intrinsically dependent upon one another, that from there we can reignite hope and healing. So however we can offer support and understanding to those who need it. Reaffirming, really, that each one of us is a valued part, a necessary part of our shared humanity. So, one of our foundational concepts at Cityside is the principle of oneness. And it begins with us understanding that each one of us is an individual expression of the divine. And there are many names for the divine: God, Jehovah, Yahweh, universal love, whatever you call it or whatever you don't call it, there's nothing that changes it. There's no words that can contain it. It is that infinite intelligence that operates in back of life, that expresses life through each of us. And I'll be using words like the divine or the infinite or universal love. But when we cultivate our awareness of our oneness, when we unify with this love presence within us, we open and align ourselves to the higher vibration of love, to the higher vibration of peace and freedom and creativity. All that the divine is. All that's true about the divine is true about me. It's true about every single one of you. But we experience the divine to the degree that we are open to it. And that's an important idea. You have to be open to it. It expresses through us and as us. But when we get out of alignment with it, when we live from personality and we think we're the one making things happen, we're working from our ego-based thinking, we begin to come from fear instead of love. And since we get more of whatever we place our attention on, when we come from fear, we experience more things to be afraid of. But our experience is not static. Life is fluid, moving, always changing. We can begin again. And I'm inviting us to begin again. And I'm inviting us to begin with love. Sue Benedict, she said, Nex had a light in them that was so big. They had so many dreams. I want their light to keep shining for everyone. That light was so big and bright and beautiful. I want everyone to remember Nex that way. So in honor of the light within Nex, in honor of the light within each of you, each of us, in honor of the light in each one online now or whenever you're watching this recording, in honor of the light within every individual who has ever been harmed physically, mentally, emotionally, harmed because of separation and fear, because of othering. Desmond Tutu said, when we see others as the enemy, we risk becoming what we hate. So in honor of Nex, in honor of our loved ones, in honor of ourselves, let us not other in response to othering. Every one of you is an expression of the divine. Honor yourself. Honor the light. Honor the love. Honor the freedom that you are. And I invite you to take a moment to bring to your mind anyone else that you want to honor today. If you place their photos on the altar, or if you simply hold them in your heart, or if you wrote a word for them to put on the altar, hold them in the light and the love that they are. So with Nex in mind, and your loved ones in mind, and your own healing in mind, in recognition of lifting all in love today, I invite you to light your candle. There's a little switch on the bottom. And if you are comfortable, perhaps putting one hand on your heart and holding your candle. And let us sit for a few moments in silence, honoring and lifting in love, remembering. And before we go into the silence, I'm going to invite you, if you are comfortable, to speak the names of anyone you want to honor. Go ahead and just speak those names into the room. John. Nex. Katie. And I invite our online friends to share those names in the chat if you choose, or just say it out loud in your own space. And let us speak the name Nex Benedict into the room together. Nex Benedict. Let that name be remembered. Let that light being be remembered. And just taking a few moments to sit in this space and choosing if you like to continue speaking names into the room, or there are paper and pens available if you want to write anything. We're going to just give you a few minutes to sit in this space of remembering and lifting the light of love. And I just want to add to that, it's okay to speak your own name. It's okay to speak your own name into the room too. Remember, you are the love and the light, and we honor those who we speak into the room. And I'm going to just give us a few minutes to sit. And I invite you to take a look around the room and notice the lights, each person having their own light. And those of you online, I hope you can get a sense of the people in the room. And imagine, if you will, the magnificence of the light within each one of us. And I want to take a moment to really include the people online, to invite them into this energy that we've created in this space, to allow their process and their feelings and their loved ones to really be present with us too. And as we sit in this honoring, I'm going to invite you to sit in this song for a few minutes as we honor Nex and our loved ones.
Things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that caused me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. 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 I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. All light. Oh, light. Yeah. Oh, light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. Yeah. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light.
So if you're comfortable now, I'm going to invite us to remain in this silence and to go row by row to bring our candles and place them on the table in the front. And we have a couple of ushers here. We'll be sort of letting you know when it's time for your row to go. And there'll just be some music playing while we make our way and bring our lights together.
Hear me calling you, the voice of a mother and a father and a child. Would you recognize the truth? Do you feel the love that's falling from my eyes? Take just a minute, come and rest you by my side. Let me tell you your own story. Let me walk you through your lives. Only a second, that's all it takes to realize there's 100,000 angels by your side.
You can see that our light is stronger when we're together. And I do hope you, people online, can feel like you're part of the power of this light. When we come together, we stand in alliance. When we know our interdependence, our interconnectedness, when we stand with those who need us to stand with them, when we take that responsibility, our lights are brighter. And we can be for something and not have to be against. We can be for love and for freedom, for expression. And as I begin to bring this to a close, I want you to remember the light as the truth of who you are. To stand in your light, grounded in love, not easily pulled out of alignment by someone else's fear. Let us come from love and stand in the light as we stand for justice. Let us each vibrate powerfully of freedom and creativity and be the full expression of the divine that we are here to be. No one can express the divine like you. You are part of this whole. You are part of what makes us who we are. So let us lift ourselves from the inside and let our actions be grounded in love. Know that you are loved exactly as you are. And know that you are an individual expression of the divine. And I invite you, if you choose, you may remain in the gallery here in a state of vigil, honoring the light, honoring Nex, and honoring all those that we've spoken into the room. We have practitioners who will be offering prayer if anyone would like prayer. We have a space in the back over here for prayer, and we have a couple of practitioners online. There will be a Zoom link dropped into the stream chat so that you can enter a Zoom room and receive prayer privately, or if you would prefer to have conversation, you can have conversation online, and those of us in the room can move out into the hallway for conversation. But we would like to keep this room a sacred space for those who want to remain in vigil. And if you want prayer but you're feeling shy, we also have a form on our website where you can fill out a request and ask for someone to either call you or just to have them pray remotely for you. So that's always there for you too. And I hope you'll come back and join us sometime. Thank you very much.
Should I do when tears of sorrow just won't stay inside these eyes? You say, come into the light, why don't you? Come into the light, why don't you? Come on now, come into the light. What should I do when a gentle hand reaches out to take my own? And how should I feel when tears of joy, they just won't stay inside these eyes? And what will I do when I start to love you and really trust and know you're there? You say you'll be in the light where I am. You'll be in the light where I am. Come on now, come into the light. You'll be in the light where I am. You'll be in the light where I am. Come on now, come into